Hi guys. So I figured it's close enough. I'm going to go ahead and start my live. So I was on Facebook the other day and I had seen this really cute Pilgrim turkey gnome. And I want to say it was on the Tenderfoot Village page. And so it made me start brainstorming as to some of the supplies that I have tucked away that I want to start using. I don't know what all she used for hers, but I was just brainstorming as to what all I could use that I have here. So I figured that's what I'm going to do tonight in this live. I am going to wait to assemble when I can see that a few more people have come on. But I'm just going to walk through and show you what all the things I'm going to use. So for his legs, and his shoes and legs, I'm going to use the little shoes that you get from the Dollar Tree. And then, of course, these, they're the tips of the mops. They used to hang them upside down and they would fall off. And they had a bucket filled full of them, and I ended up getting tons of them for nothing. I just had to buy the container. So once these run out, I'm going to be so heartbroken because they work really good for the legs. But all I do is I put some glue inside the shoe and they fit perfect down inside. Now I have not glued these down yet, but they make really cute legs. I already have a set that I've already done. I did some prep before I started my live tonight. So if you've watched my videos, you know that a lot of times I just go willy-nilly. But I do like using templates when I can. But normally the very first one I make, I don't have a template. But I like how it turns out, so I make sure to make a template so if I want to recreate it, I have that. So, what I figured I could use, I have these little wooden discs, and they come in bags of them, different sizes, different shapes, and I thought, I'm going to go ahead and use some of those, because I don't use them very often. So I thought if I glued one up, this would be my base, and this would be the body of my gnome. And then the legs could be glued on like this. So that's my plan. I haven't assembled one and haven't put one together yet, so I'm hoping it turns out. I'm sure it will. But I wanted to be able to use these, and I haven't used them for quite some time. And I did already glue. This one is a bigger one. I wanted to make it a bigger, but I mean, you can make it any size. They come in all different sizes. So when I was shopping today, I also found this little turkey for $3. I want to say it was at Target. And I went, oh my goodness, this back piece would work perfect. So what I did was I bought it for the template. And later on, I'll use the wings as well. But I just cut it off the back. He's filled with sand, a bag of sand and polyfill. The polyfill I will reuse later on. But I thought I'm going to use this as my template for his feathers in the back. So that's what I did. I wanted to use felt, and I'm going to use 3 different colors. I'm going to use red, yellow, and orange for the feathers. And then for the beard, you know, I use this on a regular basis. I use it for pretty much every single gnome I have. Well, with this here, it would be a little small for what I want. And I didn't want this showing. So I want that beard to go all the way around. Now, I don't have to use a template. I could just do, you know, and measure my my faux fur. But I thought, why not? I'm going to go ahead and make a template. So I used this for the height, and then I measured the width, and so then I would have my beard. Now these corners, I figure I can fold them down up on top and give that beard a little bit of lift and a little bit of dimension. So this one is going to be great. And I already took the measurements, so it's 5 inches across and 3.5 inches tall. And so I use this one though as my pattern. And I've already cut it out just to save time. Then for the hat, I tell you, I struggled and struggled with the design for the hat. I don't consider myself very good at drawing, but I am crafty, so my craftiness really helped me with this, and my boyfriend helped me as well, because I made a little hat template. It was taller and it was wider, and when I held it up here to this wood slat and I had the beard on there, it looked way big, especially when I had this back here. You couldn't see much of the feathers. So he said, well, I would cut it, a little bit less in width and cut it a little bit less in height. And so it worked out really well. And then I also, when I did the layers of my feathers for the back, with it being felt, I kept thinking, okay, so I can put the glue on there, but it still might end up flopping down, and I don't want that to happen. So I cut some little strips, and these here, I'm going to show ya, are just little itty bitty pieces of cardboard. When I get like little notepads and stuff, I keep the cardboard part. That way, if I want to make a template, I have some kind of thin cardboard that I'm able to use. And it works out really well. But I ended up cutting a few of these to put in between the felt so it'll hold up in the back there. And then once I have him decorated up front, I notice the back is just going to have that layered felt, and then this is going to be blank. So I do have like a little pick here, and then I also have like little bags of leaves and pine cones and other bags of leaves. So I figured I can bunch that up so it looks like he's got some kind of foliage, or he's sitting next to leaves and he's sitting in the brush. So it's not going to be so bare back here. It will look like a finished project. At first, when I went shopping, I also got these. There was a package of them. It's like cardstock. And at first I kept thinking, well, if I didn't want to use felt, I could glue several of these to the back, and then that could be his feathers. But I changed my mind, and I do want to use that felt. And then I also bought some of these because I thought, well, I could have him holding a turkey, and then of course he has the turkey in the background. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. When I had it kind of like just like a little mock setup, I like him plain without anything in his, he's not going to have hands, but he'll have feet. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he'll be holding something. Maybe he won't. He could even hold a pumpkin. That would be cute. So first off, I'm going to show you what all I cut out. So I already cut this out to save some time. And then I put the little strap on there and made a little buckle. So this is going to be his hat. And it's just black felt with red and yellow. For the buckle and the strap, I did not measure. I just kind of eyeballed it. Also, when I did the little mock-up, I decided what nose I wanted to use. And I'm going to use the biggest one I have, just because I think it looks the best. It looks the best out of all of them. And then, of course, you have to put the little, what do you call that? The gobbler? Or whatever, the hangy down thing. I think it's the gobbler. Let me see. I'm not seeing any comments, so I'm hoping that I didn't swipe any of those away. But, I'm thinking it's the gobbler. But I didn't do any, template on that. I just eyeballed it. I do appreciate all the hearts and stuff, so thank you for that. And then I'll show you what I come up with. So these are I did them all the same size. So then what I did was the red and the yellow I already glued down those pieces of cardboard. So what I'm going to do, this yellow one, I'm just going to put a little bit down from that. So you can see the red poking out. And then I'll do the same thing with that orange. So you get that layered effect. Now if we want, we can also put like black marker. So it kind of looks like their feathers. Or you can leave them. Either way is fine. Let's see here. So, the shoes, I've already got like this, and I've already cut the sides out. And then, I don't know if you can see it, this is a little orange. I thought that would be a really cute way to put a little bow on his shoes. And on that beard, I cut a slit just a little bit towards the side, because once I have those legs there, I want this piece to go down in between so I can see some of his legs. I want to be able to see his legs poking out of there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I've got some people on here, so I already glued down the bottom, and I've already glued this piece inside here. So I'm just going to trim off the excess here. Auntie, it says you want to join me on video. I don't know how to do any of that. So I don't know if that would put you like another word window, like a window in there to where everyone can see you too. I'm not sure. I don't know how that works. Okay, so I have those trimmed. It has been a long time, I feel, since I have done a live before. And I apologize, but I'm not seeing any of the comments. If anybody's commenting, I'm not seeing them, and I do apologize if you are and I have not responded to you. Okay, so all I'm going to do is glue this down right there. Then I'm going to add some glue to the side. Oops. Oh, it is working. Hi, Auntie. I just now saw your comment, so That's great. I was hoping that it was working because it wasn't showing me much of anything. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done my lives. So I'm going to have to do more so I get back in the swing of things. It's been so crazy though, because we went on vacation to Vegas. We came home and we got really, really sick. So it's been kind of crazy here, but at least we're feeling better. Okay. There's that. Then I can trim off. I can trim off the extra. Oh, Jeanette, thank you. I was wondering if everything was coming through good. So then there's that shoe inside this, and all that I've done was glued it around that edge, and I glued those bottoms. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and then I'll show how I'll make that look into a boot. And also, you'll be able to tell that it doesn't go all the way to the end. That's not going to be a problem because that beard will go over top and it's going to hide anything that's showing there. And if you see anything right there where my finger's pointing, my boyfriend's watching TV in the other room. So I told him I'm not closing the door tonight. He's not that loud. So, but he's in there watching TV. So you might see the TV flicker if I have my head over this way. Oops. All right. And since he's not gonna be standing, I am not gonna fill any of the shoe with any kind of rocks or anything because it's just gonna be sitting down. Okay. And I also have my piano music playing in the background, so you might hear that as well. I love listening to piano music when I do my crafting. All right, so see how that shoe is in there? So I'm going to put some glue right on the top of that shoe. Then I'm going to place my thumb or my finger, either one works. But I'm going to place that right on there. And then that will put in that center and create a part that can go together. And then that'll create that little boot. And then I'm going to go ahead and put glue on both sides there. Then I'm going to hold them together for just a little bit, just so it stays. And then that will sit there. He's gonna look so cute. Okay, so then I'm gonna do the other one. I'm gonna put glue right on that tip of that shoe. And then put my thumb. And then glue on the sides there. And then hold them. Hi, Auntie. Okay, so there's those boots. I'm going to go ahead and make a little bow for each of those. I'm just going to tie it like a regular shoe. When I get it how I like it, then I will glue it right on there. And then I will trim off the extra string after bit. Hi, Mella. Oh, Auntie, me too. Oh my goodness. The cough, though, is still straggling and hanging on to us, or where we have to, like, clear our throats. That's the part that stayed with us the longest. Now, with him, he had a fever. He ran high temps. I didn't. With me, I just had a lot of coughing and couldn't breathe. I'm still using my inhaler. That cough, that is the worst. And the body aches. Boy, we slept and rested for the longest time, it seemed. Okay, so there's his boots. And before I put the beard and everything on there, I'm going to go ahead and glue these to the wood here. And since I have the felt on there, that felt will be able to stick down on that base as well. When I do them, I'm going to have them spaced out just a little bit. So I need to look and see where I want to put my glue. Right now I'm using my Gorilla Glue gun. And then hold that down for a little bit. The Gorilla Glue gives me a wider stream, and I really like that. And it uses the bigger sticks of glue. Oh, so let me see. Here we go. This might help better. Thank you for letting me know. So I put that glue down on the bottom there. And then I set that on there. Now there's a little space there. But with this having the bigger glue stick, it gives me more of a, like a bigger stream. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one because it shoots out more glue. The other one I have doesn't shoot out as much because it's that smaller, the smaller one. So there. But I do have both. I've been working with both of them. So I have glue on the bottom here and up here. Okay. So I'll let that dry before I add the beard on there. So now I'm going to go ahead and glue down these pieces of felt. Am I stuck? I got stuck. Okay, so here we go. So I'm just going to put some glue on there. Then I'm going to place this where I want it. And so I want it just a little bit lower. And then I'll push that down. And these pieces of cardboard, that's going to give me more stability to where it's not going to flop backwards when I have it on the back of that piece of wood. So this one I'm going to go down just a little bit from the yellow. Oh, and I'll show you my nails for Thanksgiving. I have that little turkey there. So Christmas time I'll get different ones. It'll be Christmas themed. Alright, so I need to figure out where I want the placement of this on the back. Because once I have the fur and everything there and this hat, I still want to see his feathers. So I think I'm going to go up just a little bit more. Then I'm just going to add glue to this orange piece. I will probably use the Gorilla Glue because it gives me more. Okay. Then I'm going to place it. And I'm going to hold that for just a little bit. That cardboard goes all the way up to here on that red one. So it still has that little bit of flexibility, but it's not going to flop back because it has that cardboard inside there. Hi, Abby. And when I cut the the felt, when I traced this on there, I used black marker. I have that black marker to the back. That way on the front, you're not seeing that black. Okay, so remember I did these little slits on this, so that's where those slits are. That way he's got fur there, that way it can go up and around his boots. And then I will put this, tuck this up on the side as well, because it's squared there. You can round it off if you don't want that there, but I think it'll add like a little bit of fluffiness towards the sides if I just tuck it down up there. So I'm going to go ahead and glue down my beard. And then up on these corners, I'm going to do those, I'm going to glue these down as well. So see how these are pointed? I'm going to glue those down here. And then that's the bottom. All right. And next time I do my live, I'm going to try to do a different setup as well to see if that works out just a little bit better than this. Oops. And I'm also going to find that center and kind of pull it away a little bit. So that'll create like a little pocket, because I do want to put that nose on there. And you can use a comb. I had one down here. I don't remember where I put it, but it's not over here. So I just use my thumbs. And then I'm going to use one of my large beads, and I'm just going to place it. Oops. Landed in my garbage. Okay. So then I'm just going to put that nose a little bit under this edge, maybe about 1/2 inch or so. And I like that this one has rings on it. I don't know if you can see that. There you go, that's better. And I think it just adds character. Now before, I wouldn't have used this because I wouldn't have liked it, but I've gotten so much better at just forgiving how the manufacturers have things. And wood has rings anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold that on there. He's almost done, guys. How awesome is that? It's only been like a 1/2 hour. 45 minutes, something like that. 1/2 hour. So he's coming together pretty cute. But I still want to doll up this back end as well. Now, before I put his hat on, I'm also going to put that little gobbler or whatever you call it by his nose. Some people might not even know what that is when they look at him, but I want I want it to kind of look like a turkey. And then once I get his hat on there, isn't he going to look so cute? Okay. Here we go. Gonna put this hat on. He's looking so cute. Oh, Auntie, tell her thank you. That's so sweet. So isn't he adorable? So he can hold either like a, I was thinking he could hold a little turkey, or I've got the sprig. He could hold a pine cone or an acorn, because we have acorn, or even I want to be able to put some stuff here in the back. So I'm just going to snip all of this pick apart. Once I have all of this stuff cut off of there, I should be able to figure out where I want everything. And see, if this wasn't enough and you wanted to add like leaves poking out behind him as well. And I mean, I do want to put some leaves back here on the back, just to hide that very plain section. So see, if I put some of this back there, and then maybe even like the pine cone, that'll fill up some of this back so it doesn't look so plain. There's even like little berries. And I also have small pine cones. And I have more leaves. So I'll build this back part up and see how it goes. I'm definitely going to use maybe some of these leaves because they look nice and real, and I'm going to use all of these as well. There we go. So all I did was glued that there. I didn't put it all the way to the bottom, but I'm building it up. So it's not going to need to be on the bottom there, because I'll add all these other ones. Do you think he needs to hold anything? What are your guys' thoughts on it? Should I have him holding a turkey? Some of the leaves I'm going to have to where they are laying down. That way it kind of gives a little bit of depth as well. I'm loving how he's looking so far in the back. So I'm just going to show you. That's what I have so far. So I can put the pine cone in the center and then an acorn on each side. I think that's what I like so far. Putting some dollops of glue back here. And then once I have those acorns in place, I'll lift it up and show you. And then I'll probably add a few more leaves and stuff in there. And even some of these little berries. Okay. Yep, I'm going to put this one in there. And I'll put the other one on the other side. There's no wrong way of doing it. So whatever vision you're seeing with it, you just go with it. So far, I'm loving how this back is looking. Because I didn't want it just to be that plain old felt and then the wood. I wanted it to have some kind of depth. trying to figure out where I want the berries. Because I wouldn't mind having some berries in there. Oop, found a spot. Sometimes you just have to place things and see if it works. And 9 chances out of 10, where you stick things, it's going to look amazing. So I like this. Right now, all I'm doing is pulling all the little strings too from the glue. You'll find there'll be tons of them. All right, then I think I might be done. Otherwise, I might stick this in there. Off to the side here. Oh, yep. I like that. Okay. So I'll get your opinions on it, but I dolled up the back a little bit. That way you can't see that little plate that he's on, that wooden disc. And I added the berries last. Once I had the pine cone and the acorns on there, then I added these little leaves. Then you spin it around. And I mean, you can fluff his beard as much as you like. Do you think I should have him holding a turkey? Or is he good just like that? Or have him holding anything? Or put any pine cones or anything on the front? And I'll have to show you guys. I shared a picture of the other person's. I think they might have used a cone or something for like the body. But I couldn't tell what they used for it. But the back almost looked like it was some kind of a sign. Like the wood from a sign. But I'm not 100%. I didn't really look into the... Hi, Robin. It's okay. I don't know how much longer I'll go on, but I do want to show you also some other stuff that I got in at the store today. So he's pretty cute. He could work as a centerpiece, on a desk. He'd work anywhere. But I also wanted to show you, I got this today too. So, it's all one piece. So it's kind of like, I don't know what you would use it for, or what they would use it for, but I just want little bits, and I'll like cut them off and make like stacks of wood for something. Oh, Auntie, you bet. So there's the front. And then when I spin him around, there's the back. Now, I don't know what the back of the other ones that that one lady did. I don't know what those look like. I want to say it had like a round body probably. And then she had that stuck on the back. But I'm not sure. They didn't explain it. I didn't watch anything. I just saw those pictures and went, what do I have in my supplies? And how can I make something similar? And Hobby Lobby has their Thanksgiving stuff, their fall stuff for 75% off. So the little pick of this here was 75% off. I want to say the original price was like $2 and something. I mean, I got a pretty good deal. And the pieces of wood, they come in a bag, and I got them, I believe, at Hobby Lobby as well. I don't remember when, but it's not a whole lot put into this, really, when you think of it. The sheets of felt are normally like 23 cents or something like that. Oh, Karen, thank you. But it doesn't even take full sheets of felt, so you will have leftovers of each color as well. Even with the boots, it doesn't use the entire sheet, so you'll have plenty of felt left over. The fur, I buy it by the yard, but you really don't need a whole lot of the faux fur. I mean, 5 inches by 3.5. That's all you need for the faux fur. And then embellishments, just whatever you have around the house, And if you didn't want to use the 2 pieces of wood there, you could use like a small pop bottle. You could use anything. I've used pool noodles. I've used cones. All sorts of stuff. It all works. I'm sorry, I had to get something on my mouth from talking so much. Had to wet my palate. And I'm drinking my nice little wine. Let's see. Trying to see if there's anything else I want to say I got these probably at Dollar Tree. You could use these if you didn't have the stuff that like I have. They have all sorts of stuff. If you didn't want to use a felt, you could definitely use these. And just, go all the way around the back of one of those. And then what I was also thinking, we have desks at work that have like a little pole. And I kept thinking, we could use one of these. And then I got these little pumpkins. They are cards, but I cut one in half. You place that. Like this. And then if you get a little brown piece of paper, you can put the turkey head right here. And then those would be little turkeys to put on, like, the poles. Or any kind of decoration. You can put those anywhere. Let's see. Can't believe I finished so early, but I cut out a lot of stuff in advance just because I thought that would take up so much time, and I didn't want to do tons of cutting while I was talking to you guys. I also, for our trips, I figured I would do scrapbooks. So we're in the process of making a scrapbook from our Vegas trip, and it is turning out amazing. The only thing that we are finding is that the book is becoming very wide, so I think maybe with some of the next ones, depending, we shouldn't use like puffy stickers and some of the stuff like we did for this one. But my goodness, some of the things, I could show you some of it too. So this is our book. Anybody that crafts, they will totally understand these things too. So this is our Vegas. So it just shows like little pictures. This was from our luggage. This was from parking. We have little stickers. When I get to... So this is the one from... This is our page from the hotel. There was like a little envelope in our room. So I put that in there. And inside this envelope, I put the floor plan. They had the floor plan of the place we stayed at. But little pieces of the bags, but you get the gist. So, Cindy, this is what I've made. So, my little Pilgrim turkey. And then on the back, there's that. I'm going to go through again and let you guys know what all I used. So, I have these little wooden discs. I took one wooden disc and I glued it up on the other one. Once that's set, I did the little shoes. And if you don't have these, you could use toilet paper tubes or cork or anything. I tried to see if it would work very well with just the shoe and no leg, but it didn't look right. Oh, Auntie, I'll let him know. And that's one of the things that we enjoy doing too. We want to make sure that we have that keepsake for us. So, it's so much fun to do. And I'm glad that we're doing it together because we had the memories together. So we both might as well have everything that we want in that book. So then with these, I covered them with felt and made the little boots. The hat, I just kind of winged it, and then I asked my boyfriend for his opinion, and we ended up shortening it both ways, height and width, and even shortened these here. So that's how I got this here. With the beard, this is what I normally use. Well, since my thing of wood was so wide, I wanted to make it the width of it. So, I measured that piece of wood, and then I rounded that bottom corner. All right, Auntie, love you. And then once I cut that beard, I also cut a slit, just probably about an inch maybe from the bottom in, just so it had a place to go around those legs. So I created a slit in that beard right there. And then when it sat there, that middle part that wasn't cut, that goes in between, and then the rest goes to the other side. And then with these here, I use this as my template. It came on a little turkey that I got from Target for $3. As you walk in, they have that little $1 to $5 section. He was in it. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is just like a really thick felt. And I thought, I'm going to buy him for my pattern because I can reuse all the stuff. I can reuse the stuffing that's inside him. I can use this as my pattern. I can use this for a pattern. I'll even use some of the felt and maybe even the beads from his eyes. And I could even take his nose and the little gobbler from here, use it on other stuff. So I did this on red, yellow, and orange felt. Then I kept thinking, well, it's going to flop down off of that piece of wood. So I took some more cardboard. It's kind of like the part from like cardstock when you purchase it. It's kind of like that, maybe a little bit thicker. But I cut some strips and I put that in between my felt. That way it has cardboard all the way up to here in between. I mean, if I flip this through, you can see that cardboard. But I mean, who's going to be picking at your craft, right? So that has cardboard to make it stand up just a little bit more. Their felt is a little bit thicker than what I end up getting at Walmart. So then, once I got the shoes all together, I glued that to the wood disc. So I glued the shoes first. Then I put on the beard, the faux fur, to cover the boots. And those slits are where these boots come out. So I glued that down. Then I created like a little pocket. I moved the fur around so I could glue that nose on there. So the little gobbler, I just cut that out. I didn't use a pattern. You could make one, and it doesn't, you can make it teardrop shaped. So you don't have to be fancy or anything. I just kind of went with it, and then I liked what I had. Once you have the nose and this little gobbler, and you don't have to add that either. There's no wrong way of doing it. If you don't want to add that little piece, you don't have to. He would still look good just the same. Then I glued his feathers together and glued that to the back. And I did that first just because when I place this hat on there, I want to make sure that I can see these. You know, I want to make sure where I do that. And I can always cut a little bit more off of that hat if needed. But I do like how it looks, and I'm not going to cut any off of there. Once you have all that done, then you glue this hat on. And I just glued a little strip and a little square that I made into like a little buckle. And then just a little piece of black felt, like it looks like that little... I say sometimes attention to the details is what sells a piece. So I made sure to put that there as well. Well, then on the back, I didn't want it just bare, because once you have your guy on one side and you turn it around, and all that you see is this piece of wood and that felt. So then I glued some leaves and berries and a pine cone and all that. You don't have to put all that on there if you don't want to. It would look just fine. Maybe he's not gonna, no one's gonna see the back, and he's just gonna be like up against a wall. Not a problem. Whatever you have is good. There's no wrong way of doing it. If you guys make any of these, send me a picture so I can see yours and see what all you used. You don't have to go out and purchase tons of stuff. What you have around the house works. You could use 2 lids, like Pringles lids. Those would work. You just have to watch out with the glue. If you use that hot glue, it could melt that lid. Just make sure that the glue you're using is going to work for your project as well. So, I think I might let you guys go. I have the weekend off, but I do have plans. I don't know, maybe sometime next week. I'll check my schedule and I'll see about doing another live. I'm not doing winter market this year. I'm just gonna focus on work and then try to get some of my stash built up, because I have had a lot of people purchase things, and I've been sick and busy and haven't had a chance to replenish my stock. So not gonna do winter market, and I'm just gonna replenish everything. But I will be doing my lives from time to time. And if you guys message me, I'll get back to you as quick as I can. I do work, but I do love visiting with you guys every chance I get. So if you do message, I will get back to you as soon as I can. And I do apologize if it's not that day. But go ahead and sprinkle the video and let me know what all you think. Let me know what you would do differently with this. You know, I love to know your ideas. And then thank you again for watching. I think I'm going to get off here, maybe watch a movie, because I do have to work tomorrow, and I want to be able to get to bed at a decent time. So I will talk to you guys next time, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for visiting. If I missed anybody on here, I do apologize. I do double check all of my lives, and I do check everything that people have commented. So I will get back to you as soon as I can on that as well. So I will talk to you later, and you guys have a good rest of your week. Bye.